Welcome to Edukasi Dunia Satwa, where today we're diving into a story that is both heartbreaking and incredibly hopeful. It's about the ex-circus, dolphins of Indonesia, tale of exploitation, rescue, and the long, hard fight for freedom. We'll follow the remarkable journey of three dolphins named Johnny, Rocky, and Rambo, and also look at the ongoing struggles of others who are still trapped in legal limbo. Our story begins with Johnny, Rocky, and Rambo. These bottlenose dolphins were stolen from their ocean homes and forced into a grueling life in traveling circuses. Imagine being compelled to perform unnatural tricks day after day, like leaping through fiery hoops. To ensure they'd perform, they were kept in a state of near starvation. Their world was reduced to tiny, chlorinated pools, a far cry from the vast, vibrant ocean they were born to explore. Even after traveling circuses were banned, their ordeal wasn't over. They were sold to a hotel in Lavina, Bali, where they were confined to another narrow, shallow pool. For years, this was their reality, a cramped, artificial prison that suppressed every natural instinct they had. They were living, but they weren't truly alive. But then, after more than a decade of relentless campaigning by animal welfare activists, a major breakthrough happened. In early 2022, the Indonesian government officially banned all traveling dolphins. This was a huge victory, a beacon of hope for these intelligent creatures. However, the ban didn't magically free all the dolphins. Many, like those at the Lavina Hotel and other facilities, were left in a state of uncertainty, their futures still hanging in the balance. For Johnny, Rocky, and Rambo, this was the start of a new chapter. They were rescued and moved to Umalamba, the world's very first rehabilitation center for ex-circus dolphins, located in West Bali's beautiful Bonaweding Bay. This place was a sanctuary. Instead of a tiny 2-meter deep hotel pool, they now had access to natural sea pens, reaching depths of up to 15 meters. For the first time in years, they could feel the real ocean currents and temperatures. They were finally being given a chance to be dolphins again. Johnny, who was around 30 years old, had the toughest road ahead. His teeth were completely worn down, either from the harsh pool chemicals or possibly filed down by his captors. This meant he couldn't hunt live fish, a skill absolutely essential for survival in the wild. You could see his frustration as he struggled. But then came a moment of incredible innovation. The dedicated veterinary team fitted him with artificial tooth crowns. This medical marvel was a game. Johnny could hunt again. His confidence returned, and his natural predatory instincts were reawakened. After months of successful rehabilitation, the day everyone had been waiting for arrived. Johnny, Rocky, and Rambo were released back into the vast, open ocean. It was a moment of pure triumph and deep emotion. GPS trackers followed their journey, and the results were astonishing. Rocky, in particular, thrived. He swam thousands of kilometers, even journeying toward Australian waters, perfectly following the migratory paths of wild dolphin pods. He had truly gone home. However, the wild is unforgiving. Less than 2 months after his release, Johnny was found dead. He had succumbed to a fatal respiratory infection, pneumonia. His story, while ending tragically, highlights the immense risks that come with reintroduction. But it also speaks to something more profound: the ultimate dignity of freedom, even if it's brief. But the story doesn't end there. In stark contrast, we have another group of ex-circus dolphins at a conservation facility in their situation is deeply concerning. A long and complicated legal dispute has left their fate in limbo. The government, represented by BKSDA Bali, had to fight a legal battle with the private institution that owned the dolphins. The case went all the way to the Supreme Court, which finally ruled in the government's favor in late 2023. But these years of legal wrangling have had devastating consequences. 5 dolphins are still languishing in temporary holding pools, their future uncertain. Tragically, 2 other dolphins died during this period of legal stalemate. It's a harsh reminder of how bureaucratic delays can have a very real and fatal impact on living, feeling beings. This brings us to the critical point of this story: the path taken with Johnny, Rocky, and Rambo and released back into their natural ocean home represents the most ethical and respectful way to restore what was stolen from them, their right to a wild life. Johnny's death is heartbreaking, but it reinforces the idea that offering these animals a chance at freedom, with all its risks, is the ultimate act of respect. So, this leaves us with a profound question. For the dolphins still caught in this agonizing legal battle, what is the best course of action? Should they be rehabilitated and returned to the ocean as quickly as possible? Or are they destined to live out their days in the confines of a conservation pool? The choice we make will define their future. What do you think is the right thing to do? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this important story. If you found this video insightful, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to Edukasi Dunia Satwa for more stories from the animal kingdom. We'll see you next time.